What it do, YouTube? So, first things first, Savid Deaman had his channel shut down this weekend while his channel's still there with 54,000 subscribers, but all his videos are deleted. When you click on videos, there's 3 that are in the video section that aren't posted by him, so I'm not sure if those are videos he shared, but it's not under his name. So all his videos essentially are gone. All his body of work on YouTube is gone. I know he has an alternative site that he's created because he was thinking this day was going to happen, so I did not bookmark it like he told me, but I'm pretty sure with 154,000 people following him, it's only a matter of time before we find out where he's gone. And if it's Vimeo, then I'm out of YouTube and I'll follow him over there. Kind of like Vote spawning off of Reddit, V-O-A-T. The problem with Vote is there's a lot of shills over there messing with the investigative efforts of people like you and me. And now they're coming after people like you and me. And I think it was SGT report that said, if we don't defend those they're going after, there'll be nobody left to defend us when they come after us. Similar to what happened in Germany. You know, so-and-so said, I was not a tradesman, so when they went after the tradesmen, I did not speak up. When they went after the Jews, I was not a Jew, so I did not speak up. When they came after me, there was nobody left to speak up for me. So, speak up for everybody who you believe in. Because if you don't, nobody's going to believe in you. And never cry wolf. Obviously, we don't want to go into a burning building or not a burning building. You don't want to be in a theater, crowded theater, and say fire, fire, fire with your First Amendment right when there's no fire. Clearly, that's negligence, that's nefarious, and there was no reason for that. So, when you exercise your First Amendment right, I ask that you do so with integrity, which is not that hard to do. You ain't got to lie to kick it. But, Thursday, I think it was Sean Spicer, gave a press conference, White House press conference, and said that Jeff Sessions and the administration are going to start cracking down on recreational marijuana users in the states that have legalized recreational marijuana, such as Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, DC. Now, here's the problem with that. They're going to spend our tax dollars to come after you and me. Now, why I gotta defend marijuana? Okay, check it out. Marijuana has THC, and it's not even marijuana in the first place. That's the term they gave it when they tried to make it illegal. Everybody was growing hemp, and when they said you got these black people raping our white women because of this marijuana, everybody's like, oh, okay, let's criminalize marijuana. Come to find out, it's the crop you're growing, chief. So now, 100 years later, we are on the verge of prohibition on behalf of marijuana, cannabis. And cannabis has THC. Your body has THC receptors. So your body was designed by the creator to receive THC from cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. Call a spade for all I care. But it is what it is. And it's right up there with caffeine, nicotine, vitamin C in orange juice, vitamin D in milk. There are medical purposes for nicotine. There are medical purposes for caffeine. There are medical purposes, health purposes for vitamin C. It increases your immune system. And vitamin D, it's good for your bones. But if we were in North Korea, they'd be like, oh yeah, you don't get vitamin D because you already have good bones. The vitamin D milk, or milk in general, has vitamin D. So unless you have malnourished bones, that's the only way you're going to get milk. Really? Or, you have a cold or flu, or you're under the weather, that's the only time you can have orange juice. Really? So, I have to wait till I have cancer to receive that reverses the effects of cancer? Really? Now I get it. The frontal lobe of the brain isn't fully developed until the age 25 in males, 21 in females, and for transgender individuals, who knows? But you can always look at their chromosomes, because XX females, XY males. Transgender, you still have XX or XY, because only like 0.0012% of the population has XXY. Hermaphrodites. Very rare, and I don't see the need to create bathroom stalls for a percentage of the population that doesn't even register. No offense. Choose a gender and identify with it and move on. Pike Place Market up in Seattle, they have tiles for their bathrooms on the ground, black and white checkered tiles, but in front of the female it says XX, in front of the male it says XY. Why is this? Because they thought they were being cute when they did it, like, oh, look how intelligent and smart we are as human beings, we know the difference between males and females. And now we have transgendered equality situation where they want to be their own, and you're not. I'm sorry, you're either an XX or you're an XY. Pick one and stick to it. And if you don't have the parts, the plumbing for the other gender, you can't be them. Even John Hopkins, Hopkins, I can't pronounce it, whatever. The hospital that actually did the gender reversal or gender surgery, they actually have drawn the conclusion there's no medical benefit of doing it, and so they don't do it. That's right, the hospital that pioneered the gender reassignment surgery, they don't do it because there's no medical benefit. But back to marijuana. We have THC receptors for a reason. It cures cancer. It's a preventative medicine that we should be able to use at the appropriate age after the brain is fully developed. Given some time, we might find out the brain isn't developed until 30, or it's fully developed at 20. Who knows? We still only understand like 10-20% of our DNA and brain, because we think we only use 10-20% of it. In reality, we use all of it and just don't know what the rest of it does. So, having said that, I think it's extremely stupid to spend our tax dollars, yours and mine, every time we get paid, the government gets paid. And they want to use that revenue to come after us for using what we do in our free time. And that's no bueno. It's cheaper to legalize it across the United States than it is to build a wall. Why is this? Because the cartels are going to go bankrupt if we don't give them money for their weed, which is Mexican dirt weed to begin with. So, what I'm saying is, let it be a state's issue. If a majority of a state has said, this is what we want, then let it be so. Because if you come in as a federal government saying, oh, we don't care what you think, you're going to do what we say. No. That's not going to fly. Because I guarantee you, freedom will be fought. Think of it this way. The Boston Tea Party was over a tax on tea. That's it. Just tea. The most simple, rudimentary thing you could possibly tax. And we started dumping all the tea into the Boston Harbor over a tea tax. Really? So if we're going to do that over a tea tax, what do you think is going to happen when they take away our freedom to consume tea altogether? Not saying that marijuana is like tea and tea is like marijuana, but they're both plant-derived, right? I mean, when you get antioxidants from your cup of coffee, it counteracts the effects from the carcinogens of the cigarette. That's a fact, because antioxidants reverse the damage done by free radicals that have bound to your cells and started creating damage. It can prevent binding in the first place and reverse the damage done after the fact. So drink your wine, blackberry, drink your juices, and coffee and wine. I mean, because that's ultimately and even Jesus. I mean, he turned 6 vats of water into like 903 bottles of wine, equivalent to modern day measurements. Really? On the 7th day of a 7-day wedding, when everybody's ran out, you're going to turn 6 vats of water into 903 bottles of wine. That's how they got down. That's how they got down. And don't tell me Jesus didn't get down. He wouldn't do that. He's never sinned. Jesus never sinned. And the first miracle he does in the scriptures is turn water into wine. Exactly. Because there's medical value in it, people. But, don't say that, because then they'll start taxing a medical Obamacare tax on wine because it's healthy. I'm sick and tired of this liberal nonsense. If it's good for you, it doesn't mean it should be taxed. It means it should be tax-free. Just like food, which you need. God bless everybody. Take care. Keep looking up and spread the truth wherever you find it.